At this point, I will have recorded this video twice. The first time I did it, I didn't have my thoughts that well put together, and I was struggling to put things to words, so I wanted to do it again, entirely from scratch, finding a better way to word everything that I had on my mind. For starters, I'm moving at the end of the month to a place that I haven't been for quite a while, for actually about 4 years, I think, at max. It's been a while, but it's one of the only places I've known, and it's just gonna be really nice to go back there. Definitely one of my favorite places in the whole wide world, and it's gonna be really nice to be living in that area again. And hopefully, I'll be able to meet a couple friends, actually. For the first time ever, I know some people down there that I'll actually be able to meet, which will be really nice. And I've been trying to avoid isolation. I actually watched a video from Daniel Thrasher Plus, his second channel, on it this morning, and it really resonated with me. At the time, I didn't really have a perfect way to put it to words, but it was just like talking about, like, let's say you don't have a lot going on in your life and you're kind of just at home, isolated. And he just discussed different ways of like getting yourself out and just being somewhere and being present other than isolated by yourself, whether it be with technology or whether it be in the home, or whether it be in the workplace, just like getting yourself out there. I'm definitely someone who's experienced a lot of isolation. So it really rung true, a lot of what he said, and it made me reevaluate a lot of things about myself and about how I've been really approaching things. As of recently, I've started to realize I need interaction. Human interaction is something that I've been missing out on. I don't know if it's just the fact that I've been holed up working on YouTube for the past 3 years because I've had nothing else to do, but it just makes me appreciate the little things more. Over the past week or so, I've been going out and just looking at the sky. I know it's really weird, but I saw Starlink for the first time a couple days ago, and I just saw a line of lights as bright as can be, and it was just like, it was brighter than any of the stars in the sky, and it was a line of them just moving, and I pointed up. I was there out on the deck with my mom, and I pointed it out, and she looked up and she was flabbergasted. Like, neither of us had seen anything like it. I obviously the connotations with like Elon and SpaceX and whatever, I could care less about that. Oh my god, it's so interesting seeing that line of lights in the sky, something that could be mistaken as a UFO sighting and has been mistaken as a UFO sighting. There's this guy on Twitter I remember seeing that was like complaining about like the US government covering up alien sightings or whatever, and then taking a picture of Starlink, and everyone in the comments was absolutely trashing on him. Was like, dude, that's literally just satellites. But it's kind of cool to think that there's like 5,000 satellites up there. It makes me feel like the world's a lot bigger, and that's one of the things that's made me really crave going out. And it's just wanderlust. It's just wanting to be able to explore and see parts of the world that I haven't seen before. I went to Orlando to visit my girlfriend, and everything was obviously similar to Canada, but just different. I don't know. It makes me appreciate seeing new places, even if it's similar to where you are currently, and it's just any new place. Even within Canada, I went on a road trip to Saskatchewan once, and it was probably one of the coolest weeks of my life because I was on the road. I was seeing all these places geographically so much different than where I call home. Just driving straight east, just going past, I think the farthest east I'd gone at that point before I went to Saskatchewan was like either Calgary or Edmonton, whichever one's more east. That's where I'd been before. I pretty much doubled that by going to Regina, which is, I'll be honest, I don't recommend going there if you want to have fun. It's kind of a ghost town. I've heard better things about Saskatoon, but either way, the prairies don't have a lot to offer, unfortunately. But it was at least a nice drive. The roads were long and flat. There was rolling hills, of course, but overall, it was just a whole lot of nothing. Another place where I saw a whole lot of nothing was on my flight. The first time I looked at a plane window, and I remember seeing what was outside the plane window. I flew from Vancouver Airport to Colorado, I believe, Denver for a layover, and then I went the rest of the way to Florida. And I remember looking at the window, and I remember seeing, like, firstly, the first flight was daytime. So I remember being able to see like the mountains and like going over, I think we went over the Rockies. I remember seeing the land. I remember seeing I'm pretty sure I saw a salt flat. Either that or it was just a large flat expanse covered in what I'm pretty sure was snow. It was either snow or salt, and I highly doubt it wasn't salt. I distinctly remember my second flight being delayed by 40 minutes, and then I remember when it became sunset, I saw one of the coolest sunsets I've ever seen before. I took it with my phone, and I'm gonna cherish that photo. It was beautiful, and there was this really nice couple that sat next to me, and I was telling them, yeah, I'm going to meet my girlfriend for the first time. I'm from Canada, and I'm just going down, and they're like, wow, that's really sweet. And I'm like, yeah, it is really sweet. It is. But yeah, I want to visit more places. 2024 is going to be my year. I really want to go to VidCon. I want to have the disposable income to just go to VidCon. I don't know if it's going to be possible, but I'm working on a YouTube video right now. I'm actually technically working on 2. If you send me a dumb Minecraft map, make it yourself. I will play it in my video, and I will release a cringe rap song if I like fail a few of them or one. I'll make it a challenge. I'll try and play 10, but so far I've only been able to play 3 because that's the amount there have been. But if you guys have any more, or if you want to make one and send it to me, feel free. I would really love that. Guys, I really appreciate just being able to have this second channel. I don't know if I'm talking to anyone in particular, if I'm just screaming into the void, but it's really nice just having an outlet for little thoughts and things like that. I've noticed a lot of YouTubers have been doing that as well. I especially recently, second channels have become, I wouldn't say all the rage. I would just say it's just become something that's like the norm for YouTubers now. It's like having a place to be non-algorithmic, a place just to be yourself. It can be really freeing to not have to worry about what people think of a video or how a video performs in the algorithm, that someone who came from your main channel cares enough about you specifically to see that something on the side channel, whatever it may be, that it's not as, you have a, I wouldn't say captive audience, but you have an audience that's there for you and not there for whatever story you're telling. And that's honestly, it's really good to have a balance between the two. And I'm hoping to attain a balance between the two. But obviously I need to earn it first. And that's my main goal. My main goal is to earn it. And my main goal is just to make as good videos as I can, make as fun videos as I can. And I'm starting to realize that I started to kind of lose my way. I started becoming very spectacle focused when I think I should really just try and make videos that follow a story, but also don't feel just spectacle. They feel like they have a person behind the monitor, a person behind the camera, so to speak. So that's my goal. That's my goal for the end of 2023 and going into 2024, is being more human and hoping that humanity will show positive results. Because ever since COVID and like the age of COVID ended, the internet I felt something shift, and I felt, especially over the past year, people have started to become burnt out of the same old crap. They want to see more genuine things. And I've been craving that for a while, and I just haven't really found a way to express that. But I'm hoping to be more genuine, and especially like being able to talk to people about like my feelings. And one thing that I've been feeling is obviously that Wanderlust. I just want to go and visit places, and by any means to make that happen, I will. I don't really have much want for many things anymore in life besides practical things. But if anything that's not practical, I want to see places that I've never seen before and meet people that I've never met before. That's despite me being a bit of an introvert, there's a rush I get from being in a new place. I have dreams, constant dreams, visions about being somewhere that I've never been, and being able to experience that place. A lot of it involves around like shopping malls, but that feeling I get, that alien feeling I get being somewhere completely new, seeing geography I've never seen before, it gives me a rush. It gives me an insane rush, and I can feel it in my entire body. It's this feeling of pure joy. I don't know how else to express it besides joy. And I hope instead of feeling it in my dreams, I can also feel it in real life. That's honestly what I want. I want to be somewhere unfamiliar, yet be completely content in the fact that I am somewhere completely unfamiliar. And I guess that's how I should probably treat my life. I should just delve into the unfamiliar, try and make something out of something I've never seen before. Maybe it's a good philosophy, maybe it's a bad philosophy. Only time can really tell. I guess I'll see you guys when I find the answer to that. I really appreciate you guys being here, and well, I'll talk to you later.